Pro Boxing Fans here with Ben. Shalom. Ben, we've just concluded the weigh-in.
Yes.
Adam Azim, Santos Reyes. Talk to me about Adam. Look, there's a lot of people saying that there's this path he wants to do the European title very quickly. You want to make sure that you're not pushing him out too quick, getting the right steps needed, but you've got a hungry fighter and a hungry team. Within the end of this year, what position do you want Adam in?
I'd like to see him knocking on the door, right at the top. We'd like to see him win titles this year at European level, Commonwealth level. The British fighters have been hard to come by, but I think he's a phenomenon. If you look at all the greats and see who they were fighting in their 7th and 8th and 9th and 10th fight, Adam is seriously ahead. Fighting a guy like Santos Reyes, who is unbeaten, who has won very decent fights, who is more durable, more experienced than him, and is coming here to win. We have to go quickly because he's looking, as I said yesterday on TalkSport, he sees no reason why he won't be as big as Ryan Garcia, Javonta Davis, the 24-year-olds in Devin Haney. He's 20 years old. He's got time on his side, but he wants to be fighting and thinking about world titles next year. So he's got to take risks and move quickly, and he demands it from himself because he wants to break records. And so, unbelievable position to be in a promoter when a fighter is demanding things like that. But obviously, it means that there's going to be nights where it's edge of your seat because he's going to be stepping up every single time.
You can't afford to go back once he steps up, though, right?
No, exactly. But he knows that, and they're confident, and I'm confident. I think he can genuinely fight for a world title in a couple of weeks' time. I genuinely believe he's that good, and he's a freak.
Interesting. You've got probably one of the best male prospects in Adam Azim. You've probably got one of the best female prospects in Catterall and Dubois. Last time around, I was looking on Twitter after a fight. Everyone was like, wow, she's ready to take the baton off Clarissa Shields, Katie Taylor. With the females, it's a lot easier to navigate them to a world title a lot quicker because the depth isn't there. How quick are we going to get Caroline pushing up to the top level?
Yes, she is. I saw her on Breakfast TV the other day and I couldn't believe how well she is expressing herself, and she's just growing into this role, and she's on a similar trajectory to Adam Azim. I think she will win world titles at 4 or 5 different weight divisions. She could end up at middleweight and go through every single one. She's special talent, and to have them in the same gym is ridiculous. I believe he's got 2 of the future British boxing stars in the top. I think they will be in the top 4 or 5 names in 12-18 months time in the whole sport. And so in this country, so yeah, she can go right to the top. I think she genuinely has a chance to be as big as Katie Taylor. She's got a huge amount of time on the side, and she wants to stand for something, and you can see it now. And yeah, it's great to witness, because I think on this card to have them both, I think one day you'll be looking back saying, can you believe Adam Azim and Caroline Dubois were on the same card after 5 or 6 fights? I think it will be one of them.
The only thing I'm going to say to that is the Irish fans are loyal, man. Yeah. They're loyal fans. So Katie had that advantage in the sense that great fighter that she is, the Irish stick behind their own. When you come to the UK, it's a different sort of place.
100%, and that fan base is incredible, and what she's been achieved may never be eclipsed. The time on Caroline's side, she's turned over 5-10 years before most will turn over, and so to be at that level already, and to be coming across the way she is, and to be on the right platform, and to want to go through so many weight divisions. Let's review it in 10-15 years, because 15 years, I think she's genuinely 15 years younger than Katie. So let's see. We're going to be very, very old by then, and she's still going to be fighting. So I think she can do some serious damage.
Fair play. Let's quickly move on. News is coming out. Josh Taylor and Teofimo Lopez in the UK for May, June. My competitor reported that yesterday. That means that we're potentially not going to see the Jack Catterall fight now, are we?
Yeah, I don't know, because obviously Jack has a contract for that fight. So I only heard that this morning. I need to find out. I'll speak to my team. I'll speak to Sky. But yeah, he's got a contract. So he's still waiting for Josh to say when he was going to be fit. It was meant to be announced on Eubank Smith. The fight was scheduled for March the 4th, and at the moment we're just waiting to know when Josh is fit.
There was a little bit of interaction between Jack Catterall and Regis Prograis. they want a bit of each other. So if the Josh Taylor fight doesn't happen, is that a fight that you're looking to pursue?
Yeah, in many people's eyes, Jack's right up there now. He probably should be the unified world champion. So yeah, he wants Prograis, he wants Taylor, but he wants Taylor first, and he's waiting for that rescheduled date. But of course, the big fights are there for Jack Catterall.
Just final two from myself. Last time I spoke to you, I asked you about if you're looking to sign Francis Ngannou. Deontay Wilder's come out. First part of the question is, have you had talks with Francis, or were they dead in the water?
I think he's considering his options. I think everyone is interested just because there's 2 or 3 big fights. How good he is, we don't know, but he's a big star, so everyone's interested.
Deontay Wilder's come out yesterday and put his name in the hat and said, listen, let's make a 2-fight deal, me versus Francis in Africa, once in the boxing ring and then once in the cage. What do you make of that?
I like it. I think he should potentially look at, I think it would be interesting to see him choose boxers that have a little bit of experience in the MMA, and there are a couple I'm thinking of that might make even more sense to go and do that, because I imagine Deontay has never stepped into a cage before in his life. But yeah, the big fights for Ngannou are there. Obviously, I imagine he's chasing the Furies, the Joshuas, and we'll see what happens.
We asked AJ yesterday, do you want that Wilder fight? Because Wilder called him out before his last fight. He goes, let's make it happen, man. How excited are you to hear these things? Hopefully they come into fruition. Boxing's been cruel to us when these big fights don't happen, but how much do you want to see that fight?
I do want to see it, but I can't see it happening anytime soon.
Cool. Ben, Shalom, thank you so much. I said I'd take 5 minutes. I've gone over by a minute and a bit, so I do apologise. Thank you very much for talking pro boxing fans. Top man.
Thank you.